What's it all about, Alfie? Well, it's funny you should ask that. It's a combination of stepwise melodic movement alongside larger intervallic leaps, motivic development that give the melody character, that give it emotional depth, giving it memorability and, crucially, singability. Starts off simple at first, just a question. What's it all about, Alfie? Notice how that question is stepwise. It's gentle, it's familiar. It is gently enticing the listener, gently enticing Alfie. Is it just for the moment we live? And at that moment, as the question evolves, so do the intervals in the melody. So going from a fifth opening out to a sixth. Is it just for the moment? What's it all about when you started out, Alfie? Notice the emphasis on the all there with that questioning sixth. Like, we've just met for drinks, but we're going to get into it. Are we meant to take more than we give? And you are not expecting that diminished major 7 chord at that point, and it's forcing you to get introspective. It's forcing you to look inwards. You've only had one cocktail and already, well, we're going there. Or are we meant to be kind? Nice, familiar, sus, stepwise melody, gently easing back into the question. If only fools are kind, Alfie, then I guess it is wise to be cruel. Now I love this line. If only fools are kind, then I guess it is wise to be cruel. A little nod to that expression, cruel to be kind. But if life belongs only to the strong, Alfie, what will you lend on an old golden rule? Now, at this point, we're expecting another 2 bars, but we don't get another 2 bars. This is the genius of Burt, because instead, we just go free-falling into a new section, into the B. There's no waiting around. Taking out those last 2 bars unsettles the form and propels us forward. What will you lend on an old golden rule? As sure as I believe, there's a heaven on earth, Alfie. And the impact of this forward momentum is that you trip into the B, the clouds part, the light shines down through, the penny drops. He's saying what he really thinks. Like, this is the whole point of the conversation. So at this point, the melody's not even stepwise anymore. Na 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 na. This beautiful, luxurious stretching out across the range. This is the whole point. As sure as I believe, there's a heaven on earth, Alfie. These are the headlines, right? I'm sure there's something much more, something even non-believers. Sits for a second over that C sus, nice and gentle and familiar again. Can believe in. Like, whoever you are, whatever your faith, you can have faith and love. I believe in love, Alfie. Like, that is the whole point of the song. Without true love, we just exist, Alfie. Until you find the love you've missed, you're nothing, Alfie. Talk about trying to hammer a point home. Secondary dominant with a sharp 11? That'll do it. Nice work. And that melody. La da da ya ya wa. The most extravagant, luxurious, romantic, pressing melody. It's even got a 9th in it. La da da ya ya da da. So singable, so emotive, so potent, so powerful. And I guess this is the point, right? And then back to the cozy familiar of when you walk, let your love lead the way. And by this point, this diminished chord doesn't feel pokey at all. It feels like a warm embrace at the end of an evening. At the end of this evening, perhaps. And you'll find love any day, Alfie. Alfie. That shouldn't work, but it absolutely makes sense. If you want to write songs with character, with emotional depth, clarity, nuance, take a couple of bars out here and there, include some diminished chords. That's what I'm going to say. Take a leaf out of Burt's book. Say it like Burt. Not many people put it into words like Burt does, did. He's dead. Go to Burt, I'd say. Go to Burt. Not the grave. Go to the music.